Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this lovely chorizo and prawn skewer dish. Got a beautiful little zingy dressing to go with it. So first off, the dressing. Little food processor here. It's got some chopped parsley. Pop that in. A little bit of chopped coriander. Now, we're going to add a little bit of chili. This is a long chili that's been de-seeded and finely chopped. You could use a small chili and get a bit more heat, that's entirely up to you. Pop that in. Have a clove of garlic. I like to just crush it, just makes it, make it blend up a little bit easier. Now we've got a lemon and a lime. So I'm going to use the zest and the juice of the lemon and just the lime zest. I find if you use the zest, you get so much more lemon flavour than just using the juice. So don't waste it. And do the lime at the same time. And again, you can adjust this to suit your own personal taste. If you like more lime or more lemon, just adjust it accordingly. Pop that in. Good squeeze of lemon. Beautiful. Now we just need to loosen this up with a little bit of olive oil. So we'll blend it first, get that happening, and then just add the olive oil and loosen it up so we get a nice consistency. Now just some olive oil. I'd suggest using quite a neutral olive oil, so one of the lighter styles of olive oil. If you use one of the extra virgins, it's probably going to be a little bit too grassy, so Asian styles of flavours work better with a more neutral olive oil. Now, it's a good idea at this point just to use a spatula and run it round to get all the bits and pieces off the edge so you get a nice smooth consistency. Now at this point, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. That's just going to help break this up and also season it. Now it's still looking a little bit dry, so a little bit more olive oil. One more hit and we should be done. Now if you don't have one of these little babies, you can use a normal food processor, you can use a mortar and pestle. You can even chop it up with a knife and just combine it by hand. So whatever you've got around the home that suits. Let's give that a little bit of a stir. So it's still got a little bit of texture in, which is lovely. I'm just going to pop this into a little bowl. Now that is just so beautiful and light and vibrant and fresh. It's really going to lift the chorizo and prawns beautifully. Okay, now the skewers. Now I'm going to use metal skewers here. If you do use wooden ones, soak them in water for a good hour before you use them, otherwise they'll just burn. We don't like that. So I've got this beautiful primo chorizo. It's a nice mild one. Now I'm going to cut that on an angle and get it nice and thick. And when you cut it on an angle, you actually get more of a surface area, which is nice when you're grilling it. So on an angle, almost a centimetre thick. Now this is a bit of a play on some of the Spanish flavours. The Spanish love to mix pork and seafood up, and it works beautifully. So we've got our beautiful chorizo there. Now we've got some green prawns here. Now they've just been deveined and shelled, but we've left the tail on there because that's nice and crunchy. I love that. Now it's as simple as assembling this. So piece of chorizo, thread that on. Prawn, and just pop that through the back and then through the base so it's nice and flat, all the same height all the way through. Piece of chorizo, another prawn. Now you could mix this up, you could use calamari, any kind of seafood you want, but the chorizo gives a lovely paprika-y smokiness to the dish and a little bit of oil, which is just gorgeous. So that's our skewers. We'll do a couple of those. We're done, and as I said, keep it all about the same width, so this all cooks at pretty much the same amount of time. Now that's done. Just drizzle that with a little bit of olive oil on both sides. I like to season these afterwards, so we'll use a bit of sea salt and a crack of pepper at the end. So that's done. We've got our pan on here now. That's on a medium heat. We don't want it too hot because those prawns are going to cook really quickly, and we want to get a bit of warmth through this chorizo. So let's pop those on. Get that sizzle happening. And that's going to take a few minutes either side, and then we're done. Really, really simple dish. Okay, so that's been a couple of minutes now. Just going to flip those over. That's getting beautiful and golden. That chorizo is caramelizing and just going to be fantastic. The prawns, just translucent, so maybe another 2 minutes and we're done. So that's been another 2 minutes on the other side. These are beautifully charred up and ready to go. So all we have to do is serve these. I like to serve these on a board. Makes it look a little bit nicer than a white plate. So that's done. I'm just going to season it up just a tiny bit. So a little bit of sea salt and nice crack of pepper. Now I've got a little bit of this dressing left in the bottom of the bowl here. So I'm just going to drizzle that over the top, make it nice and glossy. There we go. That is so simple. So that's the primo mild chorizo with prawns skewers, and we've got a lovely little herby zingy dressing to go with that.